Hello, my name is Morgana Rae, and I am speaking to you right now from my resort in Bali, so there may be sounds of crickets and motorcycles and people walking in the background, and we will survive. I am speaking to you now because I'm going to be teaching a couple of classes at the Sun Valley Wellness Festival at the end of May, and I'm really excited because I get to teach what I'm most passionate about, which is how to make more money by putting love first. And in preparation for the Wellness Festival, I was sent some questions that I thought it would be more fun to answer on a video than just type it out, especially because look at this beautiful place that I'm in. So the first question is, let's take a look. Why do so many women have struggles with their relationship with money and with creating their own wealth? Very good question. So first of all, I just want to establish that I love men. Men are heroes. Men want to protect and provide. They want to be the best men they can be. So this is a bash-free zone. And the deck has been stacked against women for thousands of years. So women, first of all, give yourself a break. In the United States, we women weren't allowed to have our own checking accounts or credit cards without some father, brother, husband, some kind of guy vouching for us. So we have never really been true, equal human beings in the United States. We haven't even passed the Equal Rights Amendment. So that's some outside stuff that we have to deal with. The good news is that it's really the inside stuff that's going to get us results. So despite that we've, only got the right to vote about 100 years ago, and that we only recently have had the right to own stuff and make our own financial decisions. Despite all that, we women have reached the peaks in business and science and the arts and making money, so we know we can. Yay! And we get stuck. Primarily, I believe, because we women, both through nurture, society training, and nature, our bodies, we are tuned into relationship first. From a totally scientific standpoint, our bodies and our estrogen exaggerate the effects of the hormone oxytocin, the merging chemical. So we are just designed for relationship. We care about what other people think about us. We tend to be more people pleasers than men. It's not our fault, but it helps to be aware of it. And that can hurt us financially, where we prefer to be liked over being paid, unless we can put somebody else that we care about first. Like, we will do things to protect our children that we won't do to protect ourselves. So there are circumstances that make it tricky for us. The good news is the same thing that is our obstacle also gives us the biggest advantage in business because we are relational. Studies have shown women are opening businesses faster. We're succeeding at a greater rate. We make better long-term decisions. We think more about customer support. I saw an interview with the guy who created BNI, the business referral service, and he says that women get far more business in his organization than men do because women are more relational and the male members tend to be more transactional. So this is all the superficial stuff. This is actually not even what I'm going to be teaching. The real trick is because we are relational, we need to create a relationship with money that is worthy of our love and our trust, that will be in perfect alignment with our highest values, caring for those we love, caring for the planet, helping us be better human beings. The current economic structure that we have, where Exxon would choose short-term profits over the survival of the human race. Seriously, their choices to hide climate change could wipe out the human race in 100 years. This is not far-fetched. This is really mainstream science. It's much scarier than we've been discussing in the media. Decisions to put short-term profit over survival of humanity is a very masculine structure. It's that drive to compete, that drive to be number one. By the way, it's okay to be competitive. It's okay to be number one, not at the cost of everything. So that is what I call the money monster. And women making babies, we are already 1 foot into the future and the other world just because of who we are. This is not for us. And when we know this, because we're not stupid, and we see this, we don't want to be a part of it. And it hurts. It was designed by men, for men, not for us. When we have an economy where there's no paid parental leave, or free birth control, or free prenatal care, it's really not designed with our values first. So, sisters, it's time for a new economic paradigm. You want to make money beyond what you ever believed possible for yourself? The first step is to really look at all the stuff going on that you don't like and you don't want to be a part of, because unconsciously that's pushing money away. And then that creates a space to create a completely different relationship with money, where you partner together to create the change you want to see in the world. And because you're partnering with money, you also get to live the lifestyle and the legacy that you have only dreamed of. And that is a very long-winded answer to the question, why do women struggle? We struggle because we don't belong in the economic structure as it's been created. And on a deep level, we know it, and we want to change it. And to move forward, we need to create a relationship with money that supports us in our highest desires for our lives, for the lives of those we love, and for everyone. Question number 2 for the Sun Valley Wellness Festival is, what is the most common issue that women struggle with around money? Well, actually, don't tell anybody this, but it's really the same issue that men struggle with, except that it looks different with women. The deepest underlying issues behind money are never about money. Money is the symptom, not the cause. The cause behind our economic scarcity and this monster, money, that tells us what we can't have, do, or be, that creates a real happy relationship, doesn't it? The underlying cause, the real issues, are always what is behind the money. And that is our own deservingness, our own sense of our own worth. Even deeper, our lovability, especially for women. Oh my God, that's huge, our lovability. And we're not imagining that. I mean, We see ourselves objectified in the media all the time, that our value is only what we look like and our sexual allure, especially with one of the presidential candidates right now. And then even beyond that, if we dig even deeper below deservingness, worthiness, lovability, is our very right to exist. In our country, if we don't have money, we don't get the medical care, the food, the safety, what we need to actually exist and be human beings. So money is the symptom, but the root cause is really the deepest issues of being a human being. Men have these issues too, but it looks different for them because they are judged differently than we are. So for us women, our issues around our body, our issues around our sexuality, our issues around power, these are all things that we get criticized for and shamed and attacked, and it becomes really unsafe. And we may even unconsciously be protecting ourselves from money to protect ourselves from the pain of being attacked, of being visible, of being disappointed. So those are the underlying issues. And oh yeah, I'll go in really deep when I see you at Sun Valley. It may sound like I'm going deep now. This is just the surface. So my first class at the Sun Valley Wellness Institute is actually open to men and women. And it will be how to make money fall in love with you. Because as I said in my last video, we love men too. I'm a woman. I know more about what it's like to be a woman, but we love men. So the first class is going to be open to men and women. And honestly, men have made the biggest money the fastest using my program for creating a new relationship with money. But the second class is really designed for women because it starts with the relationship with money, and then it goes on and on and on with my money goddess archetypes. Actually, the reason I'm here in Bali right now leading my ultimate money goddess experience retreat. And I'm going to be giving you a really condensed mini deep dive into the money goddess archetypes when I lead my half-day workshop at the Sun Valley Wellness Festival. So day number 1, open to men and women. Day number 2, really designed more for women. And I will see you there when I'm in Sun Valley. Hello, this is Morgana Rae speaking to you from beautiful Bali, getting ready to come to Sun Valley, Idaho at the end of May and teach a class on how to make money fall in love with you. And then the next day, a half-day workshop, how to be a money goddess. And I'm answering some questions before I get there. And so let me take a look at question number 3 and read it to you right now. And then I'll answer it just off the top of my head. So the question is, do I see the results of my work on a larger scale than just individual feedback from participants or clients? In essence, are women getting better at their relationship with money than when I first started my work as a money coach over 2 decades ago? Well, that's a couple of questions. So let's take a look. Larger scale, absolutely. My dream is a planet of people who have a deeply healthy relationship with money and themselves and life, because to me it's all exactly the same thing. When people are deeply rooted in their own worth and they feel loved by the world and they feel in good relationship, then when we feel that way, we are good to others. We feel empowered to create a better world. When we feel unsafe in the world and we feel hedged in by limitation and we can't have, do, or be what we truly desire, usually because of money, then we get scared. We become less generous. We do things that don't mirror our best selves. and then that ripples across the planet. As Buckminster Fuller, that amazingly wonderful philosopher, physicist of the 20th century, used to teach, is that we do not suffer from a problem of scarcity. We have enough for everybody on the planet. The problem is a problem of distribution. Another way that I like to say for myself is that the problem is never a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. So the reason I do the work I do, primarily working with individuals or groups, but groups, what are groups? Groups are a bunch of individuals. That is really, truly the way to change the world. The people that I've coached are going on to do huge things on the planet with science and with sustainability and impacting the people that they're working with, impacting their children, impacting the people in their sphere, and that ripples out. And that is really how we change the world. Have I seen the results evolve? Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the easiest way to see the difference is the numbers. When I first started doing this, clients were making a few $100s here and there, and then we got a bunch of them who were just like manifesting $2,000 within a day, and that was like the number. And then it was 6,000. Now it's generally, when somebody hears me speak, they make 10,000. By the way, when I say I want for integrity, I'm not saying everybody in the audience makes $10,000, but historically it's been pretty wild. It's like every time I speak, I get an email from somebody saying, oh, by the way. And so the joke in the office is 10,000 because that's a number that pops up a lot. And I've had clients make hundreds of thousands of dollars in very short amounts of time. And one guy made $1.5 million within 6 weeks of our first coaching session. So, that validates the money side of what I do. And that's a bit of a red herring because the real work is not actually about money at all. It's really, truly about our relationship with ourselves, life, and what we're going to do with our time here. Ultimately, I believe that the only really good reason for money to exist is to serve love first. That always comes first. Then lifestyle. We should all, everybody in the world should be living well. We can. And finally, legacy. Making the world better for other people. That's why we're here. Hi, my name is Morgana Rae, coming to you from beautiful Bali, where I am leading my Ultimate Money Goddess deep dive retreat. And then I'm going to be coming back to the United States, to Sun Valley, Idaho, for the Sun Valley Wellness Festival, to first teach how to make money fall in love with you, open to men and women. And then the next day I'll be teaching a half-day workshop on how to become a money goddess. So I'm taking what I'm teaching here for a week and I'm going to condense it into a half day when I'm in Sun Valley. And in preparation for going to Sun Valley, I'm answering questions that were submitted to me about what I'm going to be teaching when I'm there. So question number 4 is, what is my definition of being financially healthy? Love it. Whoa, great question, because it's more than just numbers. I have met and I have coached clients who are making multiple hundreds of thousands, multiple millions, hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars, who are living in what I would characterize as a very high level of poverty. When you are in fear, when you are afraid that you're going to lose what you have, that you will not have enough, when you are a target, where the people in your life don't love you, but they want to get from you what you have, not happy. And we see a lot of financial criminals out there who may have a ton of zeros in their balance sheet. They may have billions of dollars, but they're not making the world a better place. They are harming others. Anybody who makes their money exploiting and inflicting pain, that is not wealth. That is not financial health. Exxon making billions of dollars lying about climate change, that's not financial health. They're not going to be making any money if everybody dies. So I know that's dark. And I'm just going to be really honest with you. So what is financial health? Financial health is when you have more than enough to be, do, and have what you want in the world. Actually, I prefer it the other way around. You have more than enough to have, do, and be what you desire. When you have enough financial freedom to focus your life exclusively on love, lifestyle, and legacy. The real reason for financial freedom is the freedom to focus on relationship and on living a healthy, gratifying life that supports you in making the world a better place. So there's a piece of financial health that is actually really just between your ears, because the more money you have doesn't mean that the problems go away. That is the big surprise for people who are starting out at the bottom of the economic scale and make a lot of money and realize the problems didn't go away. They just got bigger in their way. They may change the way they look, but the underlying issues that you had at one stage of the journey are not going to go away. They will just get bigger and bigger until you address them. And in that way, I hold money to be the best spiritual teacher because it will get your attention. That there's something within you that wants to evolve. So it's a combination of what you've got in the bank account, but that is smaller than what is going on in your heart and your head, because you can always make more money. But the wealth is always going to come from inside. Hello, this is Morgana Rae. Greetings from beautiful Bali, where I am answering questions in preparation to come to Sun Valley, Idaho for the Sun Valley Wellness Festival. I am so excited. So I'm answering questions, and the question that came up is, well, who should come to my talks at Sun Valley? And the first class I'm teaching is how to make money fall in love with you. The second class the first class is for men and women. And the second class is more specifically for women. So I'm going to start with the first one. Who should come to this one? If you have, and pardon me, we're out in nature, so there are like little things flying by. There are some motorcycles out on the dirt road and rice paddies and stuff all around. So who should come? If money has been your reason for what you can't have, do, or be in the world, if money has been the troublemaker getting in the way of love, maybe you're fighting with spouse, maybe you're fighting with family, friends, maybe you're doing a job you hate, not okay. If money is getting in the way of lifestyle, if you are not living in an environment, a beautiful environment that is healthy, both to you physically and spiritually, beautiful, uplifting, a refuge where you want to be, that's not okay. Lifestyle, if you can't afford to eat food that nourishes you, get the treatments that exalt you, if you don't get to travel or do what really lights you up in this tiny, tiny bit of time that we have on earth, then money's the bad guy. And you should come to my class. And finally, if money is in the way of the impact you want to have in the world and helping others, if you read the news and you see the stories about animals and humans and climate and the things that are wrong with the world, and you see money as the bad guy, or money is preventing you, you can't raise enough to have the impact you want, I call all of this legacy. If money is not supporting the legacy and the change you want to see in the world, then come, because it's all about making more money by putting love first. Loving one another, loving yourself, loving what you do, and creating a planet that puts love first. We do not have a lack of resources. We have a lack of inner resourcefulness to be able to take care of everybody. And the place to start is with yourself, with your relationship with money that supports your self-love and your values and what you are here on earth to create. And that is class number 1. That is also, we go even deeper into that in my half-day Money Goddess workshop on day number 2. That is actually geared more for women, because for women, our money issues are connected to our sex issues and our body issues and our love issues in a big way. So I bring in some hardcore money goddess archetypes of yore to help us work out that stuff in ourselves. 'Cause, ladies, throughout history, goddesses have been portrayed by artists as fat and thin, young and old, tall and short. And they are all beautiful, and they do what they choose. They charge what they're worth. They sleep with whomever they desire, and they apologize to no one. How would your life be different if you were a money goddess? And if you'd like to check that out, well, that's why I'm going to be giving a half-day workshop on day number 2 to dive really deep into our female issues around self-worth, our life purpose, our boundaries, our intuition, our female community, our wisdom, our ambition, and our divine power. Namaste. Hello, this is Morgana Rae coming to you from beautiful Bali, getting ready to come to the Sun Valley Wellness Festival at the end of May to teach 2 classes, how to make money fall in love with you and how to be a money goddess. And I'm answering questions in preparation to coming back to the States just to speak at the Sun Valley Wellness Festival. And the final question I was asked was, do I have any new career things brewing on the horizon? Funny you should ask, because I've been coaching for 20 years now, and I'm finding that my heart is moving more and more to big world change. Like, I love working with my individual clients, and I find myself working with fewer and fewer at a higher and higher level because they're having the biggest impact in the world. And just about a week ago, I came up with a dream of a goddess giving circle to affect world change, where people, I'm calling it goddess, but I'm not going to turn away men. But I'm for others who want to join with me for the sake of legacy, to raise money and gift it entirely to really worthy causes. I think that would be magical. So that was just what's brewing in my heart at this moment, is really just, as we travel this journey, life and money is no longer an obstacle. We discover that really all that is worthy of our attention focuses on love, lifestyle, and legacy. And they feed each other. So instead of promoting like my next awesome launch, I think I want to focus on legacy and what is the change we want to create in the world, and how to create a community of like-minded people who want to make that change happen faster and easier. And I think I'm going to call that my Goddess Giving Circle. So that's all I got for now. Mwah! Namaste, y'all. See you in Sun Valley.